My vengeance ends now.
So this is God of War 3 Remastered, a PlayStation 4 exclusive game currently running on PC using a PlayStation 4 emulator called ShadPS4. And this is going to be a very easy, simple, fast and beginner friendly tutorial on how you can easily set up and emulate PlayStation 4 games on your PC. So without wasting any further time, let's jump into it. So first of all, we have to visit the official website of the Shade PS4 emulator called shadeps4.net, and I will also leave a link down below of this video so you can also go from there. So simply go on the top side and click on the downloads option, and clicking here you will come on this page. And now make sure you always download the latest version available, and also download the Shade PS4 Qt Launcher GUI, and don't download this one, always download the other one. So simply click on download and the zip file will be downloaded. After this, another very important thing we have to download, click on top, click on wiki and then click on quick start. And after clicking here, simply choose this from the left side, 2.1 Shade PS4 emulator Qt launcher. Click here and then you must install this Microsoft Visual C++ 2022, otherwise the emulator is not going to work. So simply click here, download it from here, and simply download from here, and it will be in a setup like this. Simply click, and in my case it's already installed, but if it's not installed in your case, make sure you install it. So simply click install, and if it's already installed you can also click repair so it can also get updated. So yeah, that's all, and that's pretty important, otherwise the emulator is not going to work. So that's all, and that's all the things we need in order to play the PS4 games. Now we have to set up the emulator. So I recommend creating a separate folder for your PS4 emulator so you can store all the games and every file in just one place so things don't get messy. And also regarding the PS4 games, any game you install on this emulator should be on a PKG format like this you can see on the screen, God of War 3 Remastered PS4.pkg. So the game should be in a PKG format for emulator to read and run the game. And unfortunately I cannot show you guys where to download the PS4 games from, but you can easily find them on internet. If you search, it's pretty easy to find. So yeah, you can download it from anywhere. It's on many places on internet, but wherever you download from, make sure that the game is in PKG format, otherwise it's not going to run on the emulator. And also another thing, before downloading any game, make sure you go to the official website again and click on the compatibility page. And clicking here, you will basically see that will that game work on the emulator or not, as the emulator is still in beta. So many games work and many don't. So you can just simply search your game here. And if the status says nothing, it means nothing, game is not playable. If it says boots, it means the game only boot to the main menu and nowhere else. And if it says playable, it means game is completely playable from starting to end. And if it says in game, it means game can be playable or it cannot be playable, it depends. And it's almost playable. And yeah, that's all. And now you can see here, as my game God of War 3 Remastered, it says in game, so it means that game will launch and will play, but it's not definitely guaranteed that you can finish the game without any glitches. So make sure you check on compatibility page before installing or downloading any game from internet. So now here's the zip file we downloaded from the Shade PS4 emulator website. So Shade PS4 Qt Launcher Win64. Simply right click here and extract it using WinRAR 7-zip of your choice. Simply click extract here, and then this will pop up, Shade PS4 Qt Launcher. Simply launch this, and it might say something like this because it's a third-party application, so any antivirus can detect this as a virus, but don't worry, it's safe. You can simply ignore the message. So yeah, here now this is very important, make sure you select the correct directly wherever your pkg of your game is downloaded. So simply click browse and simply select that folder wherever your PS4 games are installed. Like in my case, it's in the same folder, God of War Remastered PKG. Simply click here and select folder, and same go with this directory with DLC. same folder again. So make sure you always select the correct directory wherever your games are installed. And as I said earlier, I recommend that you keep everything in just one folder so it stays easy. And if you don't select the correct option wherever your game installed, the PS4 emulator will not be able to read your game, so the game will just not show there. So make sure you select the correct location. Simply click OK. And now this is the main interface of our game, of our emulator. So now first of all, click on top, click on version manager, and clicking here, now okay. So now simply select the pre-release nightly and click yes. It will automatically download the latest beta version available. So basically pre-release nightly means every time a new beta version gets released, it will automatically be downloaded. So it will always stay up to the date. And you can also click here, check for pre-release updates at startup. So it will automatically get updated whenever you start the emulator. So yeah, that's all. And now simply go back from here. So now we have to go to settings, simply click here, and now you don't have to change anything here. Default works the best most of the time. And if you click here on the fronted, you can enable this, enable Discord rich presence. So it will basically enable the support for your Discord. So your friends on Discord can see whichever game you are playing on this emulator. So you can enable this if you use Discord and if you want to show your friends what game you are playing, and play title music if you want to hear the title music of the game. And simply click on graphics, and this is the main settings we have to change. First of all, click on the graphics device and make sure that your main GPU is selected, not integrated GPU. Like in my case, NVIDIA's RTX 4060. So make sure that your main GPU is selected here, and also make sure that this option is uncheck, enable null GPU. Then simply on the display mode, click here and click on full screen. So the game will run in full screen, and don't change this. Mailbox VSync works the best, and HDR depends on your monitor. And here is the resolution at which the game will be played. So if your monitor is whatever your monitor resolution is, simply select that option, like in my case 1080p. So put the correct value 1920 by 1080. So the game will now run in 1080p resolution. So you can increase or decrease according to your GPU power or your monitor. So it depends entirely on your system and how much it can handle. And also on the top you can see FSR. So AMD's FSR can improve performance in some games, but it's still experimental, so it's up to you. You can enable or disable, but I personally recommend enabling this so you can get a few more extra FPS in some games. So enable FSR, and every other thing you can leave as it is. It works best on default, so don't change anything here. These all options are very experimental. So yeah, that's all. And the basic and the default settings works best most of the cases. Just make sure that your GPU is selected and you have enabled the full screen mode. So yeah, that's all. Apply and save. So next up is controller settings. Simply click here, and this is pretty much how the ShadPS4 emulator manages your controller and how the controls of game works in this emulator. So pretty much if you have any controller connected like Xbox controller or PlayStation 4 controller, it will automatically show here, and most of the cases the ShadPS4 emulator automatically assigns the key that works the best, so you don't have to change anything if your controller is compatible, and most of the gamepads are in most of the cases. And you can see on the top active gamepad, if you have any gamepad or controller connected, it will show here. In my case, I'm not using anything, so it's saying no gamepad detected. And in case if you want to change keys according to you, if you want to customly assign the key, simply click here. Like if I want to change the R1 key, I simply click here, and then it will say press a button in 1 2 3 seconds, and then simply press that button on your key on your controller that you want to replace that button with. So yeah, that's all. You can also custom assign the keys like this by pressing on them. So yeah, that's all. Simply click apply and click save. Now the most important thing is that how to run the game. So because of in latest versions of ShadPS4, it cannot read or run the PKG files, so we have to download an older version of ShadPS4 emulator in order to make the game work. So all you have to do is download an older version of ShadPS4 like 0.7.0. I will leave a direct download link down below in the description box of the video, so you can simply go there and click here and simply download this ShadPS4 Windows 64 Qt version. simply download this file, and it will be in a zip file same as we downloaded earlier. So after downloading that, simply open the main folder of your PS4 emulator again, where the games and Shade PS4 emulator is installed. So what you have to do, simply create a folder here, name it anything like new folder. Simply go inside that and paste the file we just downloaded, the zip file we downloaded, Shade PS4 0.70 version. Right click and extract here. So pretty much simply set up it here. Simply open this Shade PS4 emulator and select the same install directly we selected earlier. Don't change the path, keep it the same. Keep the same where your games and the new version of Shade PS4 installed. So now here we just have to click on the top, click on file, and then click on install pkg. Simply click here, and now you can see the folder. If you have any game in a pkg format, it will show here, like here God of War 3 Remastered. Simply click here and open, and you can just simply click OK, and the game will get automatically installed. It will take a little bit of time, just wait. So now after 5 minutes of wait, the game is now finally extracted. So it will say like this: game successfully installed at the location given. Click OK, and now you can see our game is now showing here. But don't play or don't launch the game from here, as it's an older version of emulator. Just use this old version of emulator to install your game, to install the pkg file. Once it's installed, simply quit this version, go back, and now launch the main emulator, the emulator we first main installed, the latest version, the qt launcher. Simply click here, launch this, and once you launch this emulator, now the game will also show here as the game is installed in the same folder. So yeah, that's all. So now after game is also installed, it will say the version, playtime, and everything else. So you can use this trick to easily install the pkg files using older ps4 emulator, and then simply play the game on the latest ps4 emulator for the best performance. So just simply double click here, or you can also click play to launch the game. Simply click here and the game will launch. Sometimes the game can crash on first launch, so it's not a big deal. You can always try and even restart your game once. And a few common things that always keeps your Windows up to date and your GPU drivers too. Shade PS4 emulator works the best with the latest drivers. So yeah, that's all. And yeah, in my opinion, that's all. Thanks for watching, and bye.